Okay, what I'm going to talk through now is how to put a D-loop on your compound bow. So you start with your D-loop string, your big long string. First thing you want to do is hinge the end so that the string's not coming apart. Don't want to make a fire, just want to make a hinge, so singe I mean. So I'll cool that down, that's going to cool down now, that's going to take a little bit to cool down. I've installed my arrow rest already. The reason I've done that is because I want to line up my arrow on the bow so that I can see where I want my D-loop to go. So this D-loop is going to be for my release, my arrow release or release aid, or I can also use this D-loop as a poor man's knocking point or a simple knocking point that I can put on myself. So that has now cooled down. So I'm going to do a clove hitch. So first of all, position the arrow. It doesn't have to be exact to the micromillimetre, so long as when you put it on it's consistent. If you're shooting it from the same place, it's going to always pretty much hit the target in the same place if the arrow is knocked at the same point. So that looks about right to me. What I'm going to do now is a clove hitch. And I'm just going to pull that down like that. And I'm going to have about 1 centimetre, maybe 10 mil of excess there. So when I tighten that, that'll come shorter. In fact, it's maybe a little bit too long, much excess, but that's fine. You can make that shorter. You don't want to have it so that the thing is right inside and it's going to fall apart. You want to actually see that the knot is holding its integrity. So now I'm going to do another clove hitch on the other side. And notice I haven't cut it yet. I'm keeping my string nice and long so I can do all this, because then I can always cut it later. So I'll just show you what I've done there. So do the clove hitch. Looks like a figure 8. There's a really good application on the iPhone called Navy Knots, made by the Australian Navy. And it shows you how to do all the knots. And then I'm going to tighten that up like that. That's all about as much as I need. And I'm going to tighten that up. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's what I want. Now what I've got to do is I've got to cut the string. Just remove this arrow, excuse me. Now I want to cut the excess strings. So I'm just going to pull those as tight as I can. Hope you can see that all right. Pull that as tight as I can. I'm going to cut this string. Maybe about there. And as you can see, I've got this part again. I'm going to put my fingers there so that I don't want this, obviously, to burn the string. To burn the string on the bow, I should say. So I'm just going to singe that a bit. That's pretty singed. I can feel my fingers that the flame's not getting anywhere near the bowstring. And that's it. That's how you install the D-loop, which we're also going to use as a knocking point, onto the Atunga compound bow. Thanks very much.